How's it going, Blues fans? It's been a minute since I didn't post for the Wild game, but I only did watch the first period and watch the rest of the game, so didn't feel like there's a need for that one. But what I do know is Jordan Binnington stopped 21 of 22 for that game, and Jordan Binnington, again, will only let up one goal and would stop 40-41. So Jordan Binnington continues to carry this team to another very, very important 2 points to all the playoff hopefuls out there for the St. Louis Blues. The Blues win this one 2-1 over the Flyers. Second straight win. This one goes into the shootout. We are somewhat very lucky and blessed to have a goaltender like Jordan Binnington and to be also getting the post hit against us 4 separate times this game, 1 in overtime. But let's just go over this game in order really quick. First period starts off. The Philadelphia Flyers are starting off really strong. They get the first 7 shots on goal in the first maybe half of the period. Then the St. Louis Blues kind of get to work. A really slow start for the Blues. The Flyers are playing so good defensively. Whenever the Blues got in the O-zone, either they're getting cut off or pucks are getting eaten. And that would continue mostly for the entire game. But eventually the St. Louis Blues would record a shot and more would start to come. Okay, only 3 more after that. The Blues are in the first period with 4 shots compared to the Flyers' 11. The only goal from this one came from Scott Lofton. That was in front of the net, assisted by Poling and I believe Sanheim on this one. Prunovich had a bad pinch, and it resulted in a 2-on-1. Poling kind of crashes the net and throws it on net too, and the puck is kind of in there, and then Lofton kind of crashes the net afterwards while the puck is somewhere. Honestly, I didn't even know, but he jammed something in there, and the puck slowly gets across the crease, and it's a 1-0 game in the first period. And if you'll be honest, I felt like the floodgates were going to open. Luckily, it didn't. Second period, still really bad start, but then the Blues would, kind of get some shots, and they end up kind of evening the shots. Kevin Hayes would score the Blues' lone goal in the second period on a breakaway where he kind of mishandled it and went through the 5-hole and making it a 1-1 game. By this time, the shots were 21-20 in the favor of the Philadelphia Flyers, but this was a lot more active period from the St. Louis Blues. Third period for this one, I felt like the first 15 minutes at least were brutal. The Flyers kept coming. Shots. Blues couldn't really get anything. Period ends. I believe the Blues are getting outshot 35 to maybe like 24 or something like that. The Blues would only record maybe like 4 or 5 shots. Let me double check and fact check that really quick. I got you guys because you know I love this team and I love fact checking. Let's see. Third period, yeah, only 5 shots compared to the 14 in this one, so even worse than the first period right there. And it's just crazy. Binnington continues to stand on his head. And this game would go into overtime. Overtime starts off. The St. Louis Blues have the puck control for the first, swear to God, 3 minutes. The Flyers don't even touch the puck, and for 3 minutes, the Flyers, same line that started the overtime, were on the ice. And the Blues still only manage in those 3 minutes to get 1 shot on goal. Lots of regrouping, lots of dumb gay shit, right? Don't like it. I don't care. At least try and do something. They weren't trying to do anything, I felt like. They had maybe a couple chances, maybe a wide chances, but I don't think they're moving fast enough. I think they need to move their feet in overtime and get a little creative, too. Get a little risky with it. Anyways, next thing you know, the Flyers, after those 3 minutes, we could control the puck, and they come down, and they just wreak havoc. A couple of odd man rushes and breakaways there for the Philadelphia Flyers, where Binnington would stand strong. Cam York with ringing one off the crossbar in overtime. And the St. Louis Blues, I would say, are pretty lucky to get this game to the shootout. Shootout starts off. We got, who's the first shooter in this one? Travis Sanheim. No. It was Sean Couturier loses the puck. St. Louis Blues come in. It's Robert Thomas. He kind of loses the puck too, regains it, tries going. Shots gets eaten by Urson. Then the second shot comes along. I forget who it was. Maybe, I don't know. Second shot was somebody. And then for the St. Louis Blues, Jake Neighbors would score going 5-hole. Pretty nifty goal. Really sick. I think he's 2 for 2 this season is what they said in the shootout, which is pretty cool. Then the Flyers would respond and score. And the Blues from Shen, Ursa made a great save as Shen kind of held this puck, went on his forehand really far, tried lifting it. Ursa, and on his belly, it would lift his leg up, and puck would go off his pad. Then I believe it was Owen Tippett, maybe, who comes in, misses the net on that 4th shot, and Pavel Buchnevich does some sweet dangles in front of the net and brings this puppy for him. and wins it for the St. Louis Blues. So Jordan Binnington posting a .975 save percentage today, only letting up 1 goal on 41 total shots. Jordan Binnington continues to carry this team to potentially playoffs. I would say the only good players for the St. Louis Blues right now are going to be Jordan Binnington, Thomas, Kyron Buchnevich, Parayko included as well. Neighbors has been all right, but you know what? That line as a whole is not that great. So it's just tough. The trade deadline is in nearly 4 days. Wow. The trade deadline is going to be this Friday, and I believe it's going to be ends at 2 p.m. Central Time. So that would be 1 p.m. my time, and I will clearly stay completely posted for the entire trade deadline. Really quickly, maybe I'll do another video after this really quick, but actually, you know what? I will do another video talking about UFAs for the St. Louis Blues or potential trade targets for teams and their likelihood of getting traded. So stay tuned for that. Why not? I got all the time in the world. I have the house to myself, so who cares? I hope everybody enjoyed this video, enjoyed the game tonight. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want the St. Louis Blues make playoffs out of playoffs? What do you want? You want to sell or you want to buy? The Blues are in a really interesting spot. If you want my point of view right now, I am for sure on the sell train. It only helps for the future. And I see people on Twitter saying, hey, it's not cool for you to, I don't understand hating on a team or rooting to lose. I don't necessarily think we're really rooting to lose. Like, I'm obviously rooting for the Blues to win every game, but also at the same time, it is completely cool, and I am completely in support of the St. Louis Blues losing to, be sellers, and this would majorly help the future. If they buy now, I mean, this is kind of what happened with Doug Armstrong after the Stanley Cup victory. Let's see. Schwartz got injured. Bozak was getting old. Pat Maroon left. Gunnarsson fell off planet Earth. Jay Bouwmeester nearly died. And then he tried buying all these older pieces, to try and, glue everything back together. COVID, honestly, in my opinion, kind of ruined our chances at a back-to-back against the Vancouver Canucks. The St. Louis was really hot. They come in the next year after losing Pietrangelo, bringing in Torrey Krug. They get swept in the first round, and then I would say their final year of the window with O'Reilly, Perron, Shen, Thomas coming in, Kyrou, Buchnevich, I think, was on the team. A pretty solid squad with Nick Leddy recently getting traded, and a good, solid 1A, 1B tandem with Husso and Binnington. They still get stopped in 6 against the Avalanche. Could have been 7, maybe, if Binnington doesn't get hurt. Could have been 7 if, Husso makes that final save. Could have been 7, and, a lot of things. The Blues could have won that series, but, a lot of what-ifs. It's a game of hockey. Then after that, St. Louis Blues lose O'Reilly and Tarasenko. Really shitty season. They get traded. Mikkola traded. O'Reilly traded. So, it's, you know what, like, I'm not going to hate Armstrong too much, but I'll just talk more about that in the next video. I appreciate everyone for coming in. Go Blues. Next game is going to be tomorrow at 5:30, 6:30 your time. And goodbye, good night, and game over.